Early today as he left a party in Los Angeles. Wallace, also known as Biggie Smalls, was shot from a passing vehicle. He had been named Rap Artist of the Year at the Billboard Awards in 1995. He was considered a rival of West Coast rapper Tupac Shakur, who was fatally shot in September in Las Vegas. A nationally televised
by shooting Saturday night, and that story tops our world headlines. A mural is painted in New York to honor the slain rapper by a group that wants to promote peace. Rapper Tupac Shakur is also pictured in the mural. Police say they're not sure if this shooting is related in any way to Shakur's death last September. There have been no...
The two rappers were rumored to be rivals, but police say they are not aware of any connection in the murders.
We at Primetime have been reporting on the violence in the world of rap music. This week, that world took another ugly turn when one of the best-selling rap artists was killed in Los Angeles in a hail of gunfire. Tonight, that murder remains unsolved. But as Chief Investigative Correspondent Brian Ross reports, police suspect that a long, smoldering feud may be behind the latest murder. And we want to warn you, you may find some of the language now disturbing.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I...
His real name was Christopher Wallace, who in just a few years went from dealing crack on the street corners of Brooklyn to sipping champagne in a mansion in the suburbs as the rap recording artist known as Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls.
No need to worry, my accountant handles that.
He was the king of rap on the East Coast. Definitely, without a question.
Early this morning at Kennedy Airport, the body of Biggie Smalls was returned to New York from Los Angeles, where he had been shot and killed over the weekend in the latest round of violence that has plagued and sadly come to symbolize a style of music that has captivated millions of Americans, black and white.
It's a sad world where you can't even go to the other coast and go out and enjoy a party like everyone else because you think somebody's going to kill you.
Peter Thomas, a rap music promoter who was with Biggie Smalls minutes before he was killed, says it is the music itself, with its inflammatory lyrics, that has fueled the violence.
You're not just talking to an individual, you're talking to a complete community. And in that community, there's a lot of people that have absolutely no sense, you know, but they do have a 45.
Biggie Smalls' murder follows by 6 months, almost to the day, the remarkably similar killing in Las Vegas of Tupac Shakur, an equally big name in the world of rap music, who it turns out was a bitter rival of Biggie Smalls, and whose fans, investigators believe, may have been responsible for the murder of Biggie Smalls. There was a time when Tupac and Biggie Smalls were close friends, rapping together, staying at each other's apartments. But with fame and money came jealousy, as Tupac first accused Biggie of stealing his lyrics, and then went out and stole Biggie's wife, or at least claimed to, in an incredibly obscene song.
That's why I your bitch, you fat You claim to be a player, but I the wife.
And in 1994, when Tupac was robbed of his jewelry and shot 5 times, including once in the testicles, Tupac publicly blamed Biggie Smalls for ordering the attack and recorded a music video in which he confronted an actor who resembled Biggie Smalls.
Please don't kill me.
It was the beginning of what was portrayed and hyped as a blood feud between Tupac and his people on the West Coast and Biggie and his people on the East Coast. Whether or not it was true, it sold millions of CDs and tapes. Biggie Smalls talked about it for a program to be broadcast this week on Black Entertainment Television.
We two individual people, we waged a coastal beef. You know what I'm saying? One man against one man made a whole West Coast hate a whole East Coast and vice versa.
All along, Biggie Smalls, even as he was making it to the top, named New Artist of the Year by Source magazine, never forgot what he learned on the streets of Brooklyn, as he said on a Miramax documentary, Rhyme and Reason.
Do I ever carry a gun? Yeah, no doubt.
In fact, in the last 2 years, he had been arrested in both New York and New Jersey on weapons and assault charges, including one alleged attack on 2 autograph seekers with a baseball bat.
We don't kill them, we murder them. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Killing is blah, 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 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Murder is wake up dead.
Talking about his music in a recent interview, Biggie said he was trying to get away from his tough guy image with a new album due later this month called Life After Death.
Big Papa ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And if you thought the first album was a fluke, hold your head. Because this winter, man, it's on, dog. It's on like you never thought. The next album is called Life After Death, and we ain't taking no prisoners.
In the last days of his life, Biggie Smalls had gone to Los Angeles, Tupac's home turf, creating such a commotion that he and his entourage were kicked out of the Four Seasons Hotel. On Friday night, he was a presenter at the Soul Train Music Awards.
What's up, Cali?
Cheered and jeered by a West Coast audience. Throughout the weekend, Primetime has learned, Biggie Smalls' every move in Los Angeles was being tracked by an undercover team of agents from a federal task force here in New York, investigating alleged ties between some of Biggie's business associates and the New York Genovese mafia family. It was the next night he was shot after attending a crowded music industry party, just moments after the undercover surveillance team had pulled off Biggie to follow one of his associates.
I see girls screaming, people ducking. I hear a couple of shots.
In seconds, Biggie Smalls was dead, shot like Tupac in the passenger seat. According to the police, no random event, but a well-executed hit by a still unknown assailant.
Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool.
Biggie Smalls became rich and famous in a business that celebrates excess in violence.
When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green, leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur.
He died at the age of 24.
Damn right, I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive, and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, you know.
Investigators tell ABC News that unlike the murder of Tupac Shakur, there are eyewitnesses who are willing to talk, and police are preparing a composite sketch of a possible suspect.